In this video, I'm going to be explaining the concept of an array and what is an array and why you should leverage on the power of an array. So an array is a special variable which can hold more than one value. So picture an array as a box that allows you to store multiple items in it, and you can also store the box inside another box. So I'm just going to start with what you're seeing on my screen. You can see I have an array called fruits, and I have apple, oranges, grape, banana, watermelon, and pear. So what I had to do right here was to introduce the for loop in JavaScript to loop through this item one by one, and so that I can display it on my computer. Just to load the browser, as you can see, I have index value. What it does explain is you can actually use an index of an array to access the value of an array. Take out this loop, and you might want to guess what this will give you once we try to return the value. Index of 0, and I head over to the browser, I refresh my screen, hit the console tab. You can see I have apple. Alright, let's take rid of the document already. So you see that I have apple. This explains that you can use the key to access the value of an array, but we also want to learn how to display this array with our HTML5, so it's easy for us to manipulate and it's easy for us to show to the user the items we have in our array. So I'll head over to the HTML5, then I'll create a quick element for other lists. So I head over to my browser and refresh. You can see I have a list of fruit here, but I don't just want to show the list of fruit, I also want to show actual fruits on the browser. So I'm just going to do that real quick by going to my JavaScript and loop through all the items and append it to this HTML element right here. So let's just give this an ID so it's easy for us to target in our JavaScript. Display this value on our HTML5. We can decide to go with the JavaScript approach or we can go with the jQuery approach, but either one is fine. So I'm just going to start with the JavaScript. So let's say I have a list of fruits and I just want to look through them to display on the HTML. You can do that by using the for loop. So once you console log this, you head over to the browser, you can see our fruits and we've been able to get all the keys. So we might just want to target the actual value using this key so we can get the main value that we're about to display on the browser. Simple as this. Refresh your browser, you can see. So we can also do the same thing using jQuery. To do it in jQuery, you need to invoke the $each, and you need to call the array, which is fruits, and also you give it a callback function that allows you to now access the index and the value. So I'm just going to console log this real quick so you can see I have let's say index value. If I head over to my browser and hit refresh, you can see I have the index and the value of my array. So I just want the value, so why not just take out this one? But this is not what we want to do. We want to display these on the browser. Remember, we've already on our JavaScript, and I target this ID and append all the value of an array into that particular element. So to do that real quick, we can leverage on one of it. So for now, I'm just going to stick with the traditional for loop. I'll comment these out because we don't need it. Probably take it out. Then I'll try to access the ID using jQuery. I'm a little bit comfortable using jQuery. Okay, and then we can call our list element. I head over to the browser real quick, refresh my screen. You can see I have the list of fruit here. So I can also achieve the same thing using the jQuery approach. Just need this. So we're just gonna call the var keyword, hit save, and head over to the browser and refresh. You can see we pretty much have the same result. recommend you stick with jQuery because it's easy to manipulate and it's easy to use.